Okay, dear student, namaste, and I hope you all are fine. Today we are in day 27 and separation of mixer. We will read about separation of mixer. Let's see here. And here is a mixture of different gases. Here is a mixture of different gases. It contains many soluble and suspended impurities. It should be obtained in pure form to know its physical and chemical properties. Thus, the process of removal of unwanted substances from mixture to get a pure substance is called as separation of mixture. So dear student, be clear here. Separation of mixture means, just to take the example of air. So in air, there are different type of gases mixed together or mixed together. Just carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, maximum gases are mixed together. Isn't it? Example, we can sugar water or salt water. Sugar water means mixture of sugar and water. Salt water means mixture of salt and water. It means that if we talk about the separation of mixture, so we can say the process of removal. Okay, are you listening me? So the process of removal of unwanted substances from mixture to get a pure substance. It's called separation of mixture. If we talk about the salt water, if we talk about the sugar water, this is a type of mixture or not? Type of mixture. Okay? And talk about the rice. In rice, what are mixed here? Pebbles, yes, starch, and many things are mixed in the rice. But to separate a pure rice means pure substance. Suppose rice. So if you separate pebbles or whatever mixed in the rice, if you separate all those things and we get pure rice, that is called a separation of mixture. In this way you can know. Okay, you have to dear student. So principle of separation. We are talking about principle of separation. Okay. So every substance has peculiar physical and chemical properties. Thus, mixtures separated from each other on the basis of these properties. First one is evaporation. Second number is sublimation. Third number is distillation. And fourth number is crystallization. Okay, so we talk about the evaporation. Evaporation means by this method sugar from sugar solution is allowed to separate. Here the liquid of the mixture turns into vapor and the solid left behind. Okay, if there is a solution of sugar plus water. Suppose this is the solution. We mix this. So if we give heat to the solution, so water convert into water vapor and the sugar remains there, the solid remains there. Okay. So see here, the process of converting liquid into vapor, continuous supply of heat. It's called evaporation. Okay, the process of converting liquid, if liquid get continuously heat, then it changes into vapor. That is known as evaporation. Okay, that is known as evaporation. Any confident student? Evaporation means changing liquid into vapor by giving continuous heat. Now B number, sublimation. Sublimation means few solids such as iodine, camphor, ammonia, ammonium chloride, dry ice, isn't it? etc. are volatile substances. So if they are heated, they directly change into vapor. Okay? Just example, we take the example of camphor. If we take the example of camphor, then what we think? When we give directly heat to the camphor, then it changes into yes, liquid. It directly changes into what? Vapor. No? Camphor, if you heat the camphor, then it directly changes into vapor or not? Means the process of changing directly solid to vapor is called sublimation. The process of changing of solid substance directly into vapor on heating. Okay? And changing the vapor into solid again on cooling. Just here, camphor, just see here. Camphor, okay? CAMPHOR, camphor. Suppose this is camphor. If we give heat, then it converts into vapor. It changes into vapor. But when it cools, then it again changes into camphor, means solid. Okay? In the same state. That is called sublimation. Now, distillation. Okay? So, distillation means water and alcohol have different boiling points. Take the example of water and alcohol. They have different boiling points. The mixture of water and alcohol can be separated by distillation. If we mix the alcohol and water together, okay, then to separate by distillation. The process of evaporation of liquids. The process of evaporation of liquid on heating is followed by condensation of the vapor into liquid. It's known as distillation. Okay? The process of evaporation of liquid on heating is followed by condensation of the vapor into liquid. It's called distillation. Okay? Now last point is crystallization. So firstly, see here, the purest solid form of a substance having a definite geometrical shape is called crystal. Definite, the purest, P-U-R-E-S-T, the purest solid form of a substance having a definite geometrical shape is called crystal. In solution, there is a geometrical shape. Okay, you can see here in this figure, this is crystal. This is a crystal of copper sulfate. This is. Okay, so the process of forming crystal of solid substance from its solution. Okay, if from solution it forms a crystal in solid. The process of forming crystal of solid substance from its solution is called crystallization. Okay? So, if I read the book, if we observe a sugar granule, we will find that it is a small cube. These small cubes are called sugar crystal. Sodium chloride, commonly known as table salt, also exists in nature in the form of crystal. Okay? So, if we read this figure, this is a glass rod, this is a crystal of copper, this is a copper sulfate, this is porcelain, basin, and this is stain. Okay, when we keep the X read there, crystal of copper sulfate can be obtained by preparing its solution in which no more copper sulfate can be dissolved. Heat the solution and leave it overnight and dip a glass rod into it. Next morning you will find beautiful blue crystal of copper sulfate separated out around the glass rod. If we do this experiment, then we can find out the what? We can find out the crystal. Okay? Any confusion, student? Yes. So, last number is sanctification. Last number is sanctification. Sanctification means the process of separating very fine suspended solid or semi-solid particle from their liquid mixture by rotating a centrifuge is called sanctification. So dear student, once I request you everybody, just read in home. Once you read the books and you will know more, and everybody you solve the exercise because you have completed this chapter, and in next chapter we will the new lesson will read coming class. So thank you dear student. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you dear student.